How will we know when the reverse carry trade is happening for real? So last time, well, you'll see the Bank of Japan intervene. They will have to raise interest rates. So they will come out, their currency will strengthen against the dollar and we will fall away from that. You'll then start to see markets collapse. You'll start to see the Nikkei have effects with that. You'll see the S&P and the other markets here domestically start to go down. You'll see volatility in the bond market. You'll see bond yields spike here domestically in the US because there will be a ton of selling pressure on those bonds. And that's when the banks will have to step in and start issuing stable coins to be able to soak up that demand or drive that demand to be able to soak up all those treasuries flowing onto the market and stabilize the yield in the bond market. It's going to be a very scary situation for people that really don't understand what's happening. If you look at the same constraints that happened in August of 2024, when we were 13% down in the S&P in a single day, I think it's going to be very similar to that. I think that we are repricing in markets. I think we're going to see 30 to 50% down in markets in a very short period of time. Does that take a day, couple days? I don't know what it's going to be. I think that they'll step in quickly, right? And I think that's when you're going to see the BlackRock roll out their ETF for XRP, and many other people start piling on and start using XRP. I think that there could be implications for Tether. I don't know if it'll be depegged or sanctioned or if they just start freezing a bunch of Tether on the network. And so people, run away from it. Jim Rickards has talked about, people losing trust in stable coins as a whole if Tether had some issues, and then other stable coins going illiquid, because a lot of people that I've talked to over the years are like, well, I'm going to try to buy when it's fallen. And I'm like, I really don't think you're going to be able to. I think that, exchanges are going to lock up. I think that networks are going to lock up. I think there's going to be a lot of problems. So, I just continue to dollar cost average, continue to buy when I can, and hold that in institutional custody and wait on it to rip. We already have, partners available to be able to borrow against your XRP at reasonable interest rates. We're going to be announcing some cool new ways to hedge downside risk and volatility for those loans tonight with Arch Lending, who's our partner that's helped sponsor the event that we're hosting for the mastermind. So excited to be doing that with them, and I'm sure that we will talk about those products as soon as they've announced it there. I'll be able to talk about it here. But the interest rates are coming down and they're going to be able to hedge downside risk, which is awesome. And I think that's going to be the first avenue most people explore, to be able to borrow against their XRP and get some liquidity. And then obviously, we're going to continue to work on the different opportunities we have at hand to be able to start generating yield or maybe even higher risk returns on the XRP for people that want to participate in that.